Yo, 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 what it do, YouTube? It is your boy Streets Talk TV, and I'm back at you with another exclusive ass video, gang. And for this video right here, I'm going to be telling you why I think this is the end of CMG as we know it, and more right here. But first, before we dive into this video, I need to do your boy a solid. Go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. That way, every time we drop these exclusive ass videos, you'll be the one of the first ones to get notified. Alright, since we got that out of the way, now let's get back into this video. Okay, everybody knows CMG as being one of the biggest, music, hip-hop record labels out. They got Glorilla, ESTG, Moneybagg Yo, Black Youngster, Yo Gotti. They got a hit list of artists that's making bukus of money out in the game right now. So it's not, no hiding how they rolling in the game right now. They about like QC of Memphis. You know what I'm saying? So they getting it in right now. But this right here, this Young Dolph shit, man, is getting kind of tricky. I ain't gonna lie. And it's kind of got me thinking that, something bigger is on the horizon for them to come. Because, see, look, you got two people that got arrested, months and months and months ago over this Young Dolph shit. Then, just the other day, you had a third suspect get arrested out of nowhere. I mean, out of complete, utterly nowhere. We didn't have no clues. We didn't have no hints. We didn't have no, hey, this might be coming up. Nothing. All of a sudden, you say, hey, you see it pop up all on the news. Third suspect arrested in the Young Dolph case. And as I'm reading down the article and shit, man, I get down to the bottom and it say, more arrests could be coming soon, so stay tuned. And I'm like, what? There's even more people? So I start digging, right? So I start digging and I'm digging it, and I come across a photo of the guy, Hernandez Dovin, the one that just got arrested. I got a picture of him with Big Jook, guy wearing a CMG chain. And Big Jook, that name sound familiar. And I started doing more research, couldn't find out that's Yo Gotti's brother. That's Yo Gotti's real older brother. So I started thinking back. I was like, oh man. Then the first thing that popped in my head was Play With Your Bitch by Young Dolph. Whenever he said in that song, hey, I used to front your big brother pounds. When y'all ain't really have it, who used to front your big brother to make sure he had food on his table, to feed his kids and shit, feed his family? I was saying, oh shit, boy, that is some real shit. And see, Young Dolph was a real ass motherfucker, and he said real ass shit, because he did real ass shit. And you saying some shit like that to the world, whenever people looking at you at a certain standard, and then he come out there and say some truthful shit like that, and then he tell Yo Gotti he fucked this bitch. On top of that, man, that's some death words, and that got me thinking even more. I'm like, oh, wow. So I'm starting to connect the dots, right? I'm like, all right, Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith get arrested months ago. Almost a year later after Young Dolph's death, they arrest Hernandez Dovin. All right, Hernandez Dovin is the daddy, the Laudacastro Soto, the female rapper from Memphis. They got killed in Houston a couple months back. And it start all making sense now. I'm like, oh, shit. I look up his rap sheet. I look up Hernandez's rap sheet, man, and it goes back miles long. This man got a super criminal record. I don't even know how he's out of jail right now. He's got stuff dating back from like 20-plus years ago. He just recently got out of jail. His latest stint, he got out in 2019. He did like a 40-month bid where he was, arrested on weapons and drug charges. So he's no stranger to the prison system. So when they just hit him right here with this first-degree murder and this conspiracy to commit murder, because they saying he planned this out over like a monthly time period from June to November. He planned this hit to kill Young Dolph. So as I'm thinking about that, I'm like, man, this man right here, he looks like a bum, kind of. He don't even look like he's too legit. He don't look like he'd have no beef with Young Dolph personally. And personally, I don't even think Young Dolph would have anything to do with this dude. This dude's like a buster dude from school that, maybe tried to sell some dope back in the day, then got on dope and fucked his life up and shit. Now he just out hustling, trying to do anything. He's probably one of the fiends some of these big heads know. So I started to think, oh, damn, he with a picture with Big Jook. Young Dolph called out Big Jook. He called out Yo Gotti. I'm like, oh, shit. Cause see, when Young Dolph first got killed, the first speculation everybody had it was Yo Gotti, it was CMG, But then when it come out, it was straight drop. Actually, an artist from Memphis that actually had ties with PRE, And then it was Cornelius Smith. People was like, oh, okay, Cause see, we never really seen the full video. We seen the people coming from the white Mercedes, shooting, and then we seen them driving off. People had already said there was a third person because they needed a driver, but we weren't sure if one of them was actually the driver. You know what I mean? Because like I said, the video was kind of here and there. You really couldn't see it all. So I'm like, oh, man, this shit is all starting to make sense now. So evidently what I'm thinking is the police said there's more arrests coming soon because they not stupid either. They know this is part of a bigger plot. They know the beef that was going on between CMG and PRE. You get what I'm saying? And they tying stuff together. So it won't be surprising to me if a RICO case don't be coming soon to the CMG camp and go ahead and locking them all down. Because just for the simple fact, this is multiple violent shootings occurring over different places. You got LA, you got in Charlotte, you got over here in Memphis. And it's all Young Dolph, and they can kind of connect the dots to going back to CMG because evidently what had happened was either Big Jook or Yo Gotti got a bag, gave it to Hernandez and said, hey, I'm going to give you this bag. You get what I'm paying you this much for doing it, but you break them off such and such. I need y'all to whack this man. And how they set him up was they got straight dropped because he had ties in with PRE. You can see his PRE pendant on one of his pictures. You can also actually see him in one of Young Dolph's videos. So they got an informant, a little snake, somebody that could backdoor Young Dolph because we know in today's time a lot of motherfuckers is getting backdoor because snake-ass motherfuckers is being in people's groups and they get changed by some money and every motherfucker's got a buying price. So they got a straight job to snake Young Dolph out, find his whereabouts, find what he was doing. He was like, oh, yeah, you going to be at the Turkey Drive? Oh, I'm stopping at, okay, I'm stopping at Makita now. Or somehow that shit went up, a backdoor happened, and them boys followed Young Dolph to the spot and shot his ass while he was standing in line trying to get his cookies, man. It's a fucked up situation, man, that this happened. And they took Flipper from us because he was one of the realest people in the game doing good for the game. You know what I'm saying? Not always rapping about dope. Yeah, he rapped about, fashion, money, chasing your dreams. He might have rapped about selling pounds and stuff, but, hell, everybody do that, man. But all his songs wasn't about that. He was actually a good artist people vibed with. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, to me, it's all connecting back. It's all running back. It's kind of like a stream. You can follow it back, into the main water source. And it's looking like it's going back to Big Jook and Yo Gotti. So we already know. I reported on the other day that Big Jook had got arrested. He didn't actually get arrested, but he did get questioned. He got picked up, questioned. As far as I know, they dropped him back off, and that was the end of it. That's telling me some people's names is getting brought up. Either straight drop or Cornelius either ratted on Hernandez, showed him some text messages, let him listen to some voicemails and video calls. They told him something. That is the only way Hernandez Govan is going to get arrested almost a year later, is if a snitch is in the camp. A snitch had to tell somebody. Because like I said earlier, there's no fingers pointing. There was no clues saying, maybe somebody was going to get arrested next. I mean, we heard there might have been, not an end to the investigation, but we ain't know shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is all a surprise to us. That's how loose lips sink ships. Keep your mouth closed if you don't want nobody to know shit, and that's the only way. You get what I'm saying? But I'll be updating this story as it comes along, man. I just, it's a fucked up situation because as more and more time goes by, it's starting to look like CMG